Hello and happy Thanksgiving. Just kidding. That's April Fool's, right? Happy Easter, everybody. I am coming to you live, Facebook Live, and recording backstage at the Giving Back podcast. We're going to be doing Insight show number 68, talking about men of substance and substantial. And I don't mean just in terms of like girth and height and volume. I'm talking about really there's going to be two guys I'm going to be talking about two guys. And if you are lucky enough to know them and know that they are both really funny guys, they're also men of integrity. And I feel very blessed to have them in my life at this particular point. There's like, what do you call it? I've got a really new friend. Hi, Irene. I've got a new friend, relatively new friend, Bill Verity, who I met with Midori Verity when we did a double date. Eldridge, another man of substance. Good afternoon, my friend. I'm talking about men of substance. Two in particular. We'll be running yours pretty soon as well. Had an interview with Eldridge Askins, who's doing some amazing things in Atlanta, hot Atlanta. But anyway, so these two that I'm talking about are really, they're coming to my life at a really great time. I've known Bill Verity for maybe months, and it's been great. We spent some time together when we first met, and then subsequently we were in San Diego, and it was awesome to have some time with him, as well as, of course, the charming and incredibly witty Midori Verity. And then Jeff Kostermans, another really super cool guy, great sense of humor. We go back to, high school. Even before high school, we went to middle school together. We've kept in touch all this time through thick and thin. And, he's always been a character, definitely a character. And at the same time, somebody who cares deeply about a number of things, both family and outside of family. And he's really what I see is coming into his own. So we're going to be talking about those two, particularly, and the lessons that I'm learning, the things that they bring to the table, which are really awesome. And just generally, like talking about the question for each of us, which is really about purpose. And it's not just the purpose behind the profit, it's the purpose and life's meaning. So on the count of 1, 2, 3, we're going to let it roll. All right. 1 and 2 and 3. So on today's cover, you see two gentlemen, two rascals there, Jeff Kostermans and Bill Verity, and they are two men of great substance. Jeff Kostermans has been a friend for literally decades. We met in junior high, and he's just a really good guy in a lot of ways. He's a great character, fun fella. In fact, just saw him last night, had a great chat. And Bill Verity, you see him there. He's a little bit younger in that picture. He's with his sons, Nicholas and Chandler. And we have known each other probably in months, the same amount of time that I've known Jeff. And nonetheless, there are some deep, deep connections that those two have. And I was thinking about them this morning because I had an opportunity to spend some more time with Bill, who I met through Midori Verity and the Evolutionary Business Council, which was awesome, at the San Diego 2018 Global Influence Summit. That was awesome. And so we had a chance to spend some time together, and he related to me some things that made a huge, huge difference. There is an organization in San Francisco called Miracle Messages. And I was at a meeting which my friend Joan from Dolby Laboratories calls a revival without a religion, and it's a really fantastic organization called Downtown Streets Team. They are, I believe, they started in the South Bay, a bit in the South Bay in like Palo Alto, and they've moved up to San Francisco. They're also in Hayward. I hope they're going to be coming to Oakland soon. So, you know, if you're out there, folks, we want you in Oakland also. Anyway, so I was there, and they were doing a quick hello and talking a little bit about themselves, the Miracle Messages team, and about connecting people from far away or who haven't been together for a long time, and having them join and be together and reconnecting, which is awesome, right? In fact, I think in some ways it's very appropriate for today, Easter, to be talking a little bit about reconnecting. So anyway, they offer this amazing service, and it's wonderful. And I thought to myself, wow, I haven't seen my brother in so long. It's been like 18 years since I've seen him. And, you know, in that time, you know, I've heard less and less and less, and until it's been like maybe like probably over 15 years since I last heard of him. So I reached out and I asked them. And a wonderful person, Nancy Earhart, was assigned to my case. They went out, they found him, they found some Facebook, but they also got his number and connected directly with him, which was great, because they could give him a message. And finally, in the end, Nancy asked me if I wanted to connect with him one more time, try to leave a message, and I did. I said, you know, first of all, to know that we miss you, and that you're very special to us, that we love you, and that it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be nervous and even scared, having not seen us for a long time. And then the other part is that no matter what he chooses, that he's in our heart, and it's okay. Well, I was okay with leaving it like that. I felt like I had done my best. And Bill, he shared something deeply personal with me about his family. And at the end, he said, Rob, wouldn't it be, you know, is that the most you can do? I mean, what would it be like to be face to face with him and have that conversation? And to look him in the eye and maybe give him a hug. And I'll tell you, it was so meaningful to me. Absolutely. I mean, he just poured into me, Bill did. And we don't know each other very long, but I mean, I feel like a really strong bond with him. And he's such a successful guy. I mean, he's such a hard worker. And when he gave that gift to me, it was really a blessing to help me see that and to understand it and to think back a little bit on my brother and who he is and what I know about him and what I know about me. And it really, really got me thinking again and reaching deep in my heart and understanding, yeah, well, I could also be nervous. So why not reach out to him? So I look forward to that, and I will do that. I don't have a plan for that yet, but it will be before the summer, and that's going to be great no matter what happens. So that's a little bit about Bill. He's a cool guy. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what he's going to be up to next in my heart, I feel. Let me tell you something about Jeff. Jeff Kostermans, you know, the general, we call him. This guy is devoted to family and God and country. I mean, he is one person of very few that I know that are in the military, that are serving. And it's just, I think it's happenstance that he's one of the few. And he's a really cool guy. He's funny. He parties hard. He laughs a lot. And he's super freaking smart. So anyway, he was somebody who introduced me to the Honor Foundation. That was an episode some time ago with Joe Musselman, and they're doing incredible things for the military elite who transition out. And I had asked him some time ago, after the show started, he was asking me about some of the guests, and we were having a good time and just talking about it. And I asked him what he was going to get involved in. And, at that point, he didn't really know. And he found the Honor Foundation, and he got involved. And, he brings such insight. I mean, he's a really smart guy. He's got a lot of business experience. And I'll tell you what, the guy never stops. It's very cool. He never stops. So last night we were talking a little bit, and he was telling me about how he approaches it. And he said, he said, I love to do this one-on-one, and I would love to bring it to more people. And we were talking about like a book. And he said, well, I don't know what I would be. It'd be kind of short because it's like, this is what it is, and it's all done. And I said, no, man, that's curse of knowledge. You're up here, like way up here, and not because they're less than you, but because of where they're starting from, what they know. The folks that you work with are down here. They need practice. They need exposure like you have. And he said, well, that's true. And I said, well, the thing is that every time you help one of them, you have something more to share, and you have examples, and you have more ways to help people look at things a little bit differently so that they can take those cues and they can put it to work. And he said, Rob, never thought of that before. Never thought about it that way. And I said, well, it's certainly true. And I looked at him, and for a moment, I just kind of froze. And I saw him, and I thought, wait a minute. I just looked at him and like how he was so committed to serving, the servicemen and women who serve us. And I just saw him working with organizations and bringing this out and actually working with them on a much bigger platform to help veterans, all veterans, but in particular, elite service veterans, because that's really where he's focused, to make the transition to civilian life and to be awesome, right? It's just a matter of time and practice. And I saw that, and I told him, and I'm like, it was a chance for me to look at somebody and to know, man, this guy he's got it. And once he decides, that's actually what he can do. And I saw that so clearly, and it's freaking amazing to look at somebody who I've known for so long, and to see that, and to see him grab onto that purpose and say, here it is. And as he grows and he learns, and as he stretches and he teaches, he's going to be out there, and he's going to be somebody who is like way on top and able to go way broader and to touch so many people. So back to Bill, right? So Bill, again, is somebody I've known for as many months as I've known Jeff in decades. And just, finding out about his business and finding out about him and learning more about him and Midori, and hearing him talk about their sons, and what they're doing together, and how he and Midori are now working together, which is really pretty cool. First of all, they're adorable together. They really are. And having him pour into me in such a special way and give me a story that I could relate to, that was his story that he was sharing with me to lift me up and to get me to push a little bit further. I was looking at this guy, and I just said, man, at one point I just felt the same thing that I felt about Jeff. And I looked, and I just said, and I told Midori this. I said, that guy, once he finds that one piece, that one thing, that absolute purpose for him, he is going to move the needle. And it doesn't matter what it is. He's going to be doing something. And I said, Midori, I think one of these days he's going to come in and just say, Midori, this was it. I had this amazing experience here. This is why I want to spend more time. And he is an amazing support person for Midori and, of course, his kids. And Midori is a great support person for him. And that's going to make a big difference for him, too. But I'm telling you, like a guy like that, once he makes up his mind, it's going to be like Nancy Frates. Remember Mama Bear with the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge? And she led that. She's the matriarch. And she took marching orders, but she executed, which is great. And they really, truly have made a difference in ALS research and in people's lives. They are literally talking about things differently. And there's so many people like that on the show. And I think Bill is going to be one of these guys who is absolutely going to knock it out of the ballpark once he decides, once he chooses, and once he follows that, it's going to be amazing. So two amazing men of substance, and really how lucky I am to know them, and to know them right now at this particular point in my life, and to have them as examples and to interact with them and hear what lights them up. You know, I'm so fortunate. So Jeff and Bill, thank you so much. I'm in your debt. I'm so grateful to know you, and I look forward to getting to know both of you even more. No matter how long or how short it's been, it's going to be great. My question to you out there is, what is it that drives you? What is it that is in your heart that you want to be part of that solution? You want to be a part of that thing, something bigger than yourself. Whatever it is, just start now. Start small. Start now and let it lift you up. Thank you so much for being with us today. Until the next time, love and gratitude. And remember, always err on the side of loving kindness. Hey. All right, so that was it for today. Irene, thank you for hanging in there with me. I hope I'm making fewer flubs these days, fewer ums and ahs, and really having an audience both on the podcast and having freaking awesome people in EBC, in freedom, in co-working. It lifts me up, keeps me going, keeps me happy. Thank you so much, all of you. Irene, woo! Pastor Steve, love you, brother. Ivana, Pura Vida, baby. And Eldridge, my brother. You hang in there, brother. You're going to make that happen. And you will be on the show fairly soon. I think it's next month, so we'll get you going. All right. Happy Easter to everybody, whatever it is that you celebrate. Remember, food, drink, fun people. Rob's all in, and so should you. Ciao, everybody. Have a great freaking day.